Sheamus' head getting beat off of our table, while his protege Ridge Holland watches his mentor brutalize and fist a Swiss Superman on camera again. Always delete your search history, folks. Tonight on Friday Night Fella! I'm John Rentham with my review of WWE Smackdown from San Antonio, Texas. Well, this is certainly a show, wasn't it? I mean, there were a couple decent moments, and then a lot of phoned-in shit. Let me know your thoughts on this show in the comments, please. Don't pull up no chairs. This ain't gonna take very long. So, recaps of Zayn, winning the Battle Royal, and Bork being reinstated. So, here's the Bork laser. Suplex Clitty. I think that's how it goes. That's not just lip service, and you've already bent her over and went inside of... Well, you know what? I'm just gonna stop trying to destroy that Alanis Morissette song. Even though there was a time I would have, and you would have too. So, Zayn interrupts Bork, who looks confused, and, well, that was his first mistake. And then he talks about them being two Canadian alpha males doing their thing. Zayn's gonna win the Universal Championship from Roman Reigns and get Brock Lesnar the first shot. And then Bork is like, I have no idea who you are. Who the hell are you? And then he mentions about, yeah, I live in Canada. I hunt in Saskatchewan. I kill in Saskatchewan. And I eat things in Saskatchewan. I understand that people who live in Saskatchewan also eat things, unless they just manage to survive on a liquid diet. Or unless they manage to transcend diets, and they've managed to just, live off the essence of other humans, without actually ingesting any of their fluids. Any of their bodily fluids. From their necks to their lower necks, if they're got. Anyway, moving on from that, Bork was laughing at Zayn being the number one contender, and, at day one, you're going to challenge him at day one? Why don't you challenge him tonight? Why don't you face him tonight? I insist you face him tonight. And Zayn's like, I don't really want to. And then he touches Brock, and that's his second mistake, and then he gets his hand bent and gets jerked around by the Bork laser, and he's like, no, you will face him tonight. And okay, I'll face him. Ow. So yeah, that ate up quite a bit of time right there, but that was probably one of the funniest things that Bork has done in a while. So Shayna package, her destroying Eva Marie, who I understand and I do appreciate, did respect professional wrestling, should have never been allowed in a ring, should have just been a valet, and Nia Jax, who may never step in a wrestling ring again, and all the women on the independent scene cried a sigh of relief. Nia Jax should have never been allowed in wrestling. Thanks, Dwayne. Thanks for bringing one of your family members in. Thanks a lot. And I thought one of the biggest catastrophic failures he did up to that point was the Mighty Hercules movie that he did. It really wasn't all that good. But anyway, Shayna destroying two people that are no longer in the company and them being featured in that video package was funny. Then she faced Sasha Banks at a good pace, as you would expect, with some good momentum switches. Sasha's very good in the ring. Shayna working with the right person. She has a particular set of skills, if you will. I will find you and I will stretch you and then get rolled up. Because, of course, Shayna loses via roll-up. I don't know why everybody doesn't immediately roll up Shayna, because she always loses via roll-up. The match was fun. Actually, I would argue that was probably the best match of the night. So, Pierce is on the phone with Sonya, FaceTiming her, and so Sonya says, I made these matches, and Pierce is like, is Bork there? Oh, he's in a good mood. Oh, I don't want to be there. I'm going to go remember the Alamo. Man, now I want pie all of a sudden. I just baked you a pie. Oh boy, what flavor? Pie flavor. So anyway, Drew has his sword ready for Adam Pearce. Stop thinking about it. I know you know who you are. And Pierce can eat my sword, says Drew McIntyre. I don't think eat my sword is going to replace eat my shorts. And then Corbin and Moss show up, and I'm out. Okay, I'm sorry. If Vince and Co. are going to insist on Corbin and Moss getting a lot of TV time, I hope they end up in catatonic states. Separately, or all humans said to be together. I don't really care at this point, because Vince and Co. deserve every bit of bad luck and every bit of bad goodwill. For fucking putting this goddamn joke gimmick on camera. I'm not even against Corbin and Moss earning paychecks. They don't seem like bad guys. It's just a terrible goddamn gimmick. It's fucking stupid, and whoever came up with that deserves to be slapped in the face with a brick while their kids watch. Moving on from that, they did Happy Talk. I hate this. The piped in crowd noise, because nobody gives a shit about Corbin and Moss. Here's Drew with his sword. And he scares Moss with his sword. I would be scared of the size of Drew's sword. Some would be scared of the size of his sword. Some would run towards it and ingest it. I'm not saying I would. I'm not saying I wouldn't either. Shut up. And Jeff Hardy shows up and attacks both, because during this whole thing that I tried to tune out of, they knocked both Jeff Hardy and Drew McIntyre. And a Claymore to Moss. And man, look what Drew can do in jeans. Man, what he could do out of jeans. Stop thinking about it. You know who you are. And, Xia Li comic book stuff. Okay. She hates vultures. She's the protector. She has tunnel vision. Just like Princess Diana in 1997 in Paris, France. So, I miss War Machine. What happened to War Machine? Oh, they got stupid Viking helmets put on them, and they had a thing with the Street Profits that made me write them off for fucking ever. Oh yeah, and the Peacemaker series starring Cena is going to be coming to HBO Max. If you're into that thing, cool. I'm proud of Cena. I don't understand how they expect us to see him in the thing. Somebody told me he was in the ad, and I actually couldn't see. I kid. Good for him. He's never going to be the level of Dwayne, but he is doing a whole lot better in Hollywood than I expected. So, the Viking Raiders took on Humberto and Angel. And Boogs and Shinsuke Nakamura, in a few minutes, tried to distract Humberto and Angel, but all that Boogs' instrument strumming does is cause the Viking Raiders to lose via music distraction, and as a peace offering, he strums their theme. Look, I'm all for trying to make entertainment, make entertainment a part of wrestling. You just can't have a sports-based product. You need a good dynamic and everything. This thing with Boogs and Nakamura is starting to test my patience. I'm not saying divide them. I'm not saying split them up. I'm not saying bury Boogs. I'm not saying bury Nakamura. His Intercontinental Championship reign means absolutely nothing. When was the last time he defended it? It's been 2 months? Maybe he defended it a couple weeks ago and I don't remember, because anytime he gets a championship, it doesn't fucking matter. And that's sad. And I know Nakamura's getting a seriously, good paycheck. And that's great for him, especially after beating his body up in New Japan for a number of years. And getting money, but getting way more money now to be in WWE and work a safer style. But goddamn, treat the Intercontinental Championship with respect, or get rid of half the goddamn titles. They already got rid of half their goddamn roster. They might as well cut some titles down. So, Kayla wanted to pie face Tony, I'm convinced. And also, that was right after recap, so Tony getting 2 pies in the face. And then she says, some people are calling her 2-Pie Tony. All I'm just going to say is if I want to see an Aussie woman, a dirty Aussie blonde, get cream pied, I could go to other websites. Don't ask me for them, and always delete your search history, and always go incognito. I found out incognito's a thing, and man, if I would have known, wouldn't have gotten caught before. So the Usos cut promos. I don't know what the driving force behind their words was, but hopefully not Jimmy themselves. Anyway, himself, whatever. So, yeah. Their cousin will smash 2 men at once. Woods comes out and brings out Kofi. Good that Kofi's back. Congratulations to Kofi and his wife for, I think, their 3rd kid. I mean, regardless, good on them. And, they had their kid in a bathtub. That's great, because it goes better than Whitney Houston or her daughter being in a bathtub. Well, that just pretty much put a damper on the whole goddamn thing for no reason. Woods faced Jey Uso in a match that barely went 3 minutes before a DQ, and I guess we're getting a match at day 1-ish. Reigns is upset about a lot of things, yells at the wise man. Heyman is playing him like a goddamn fiddle, and it is great. Reigns says he will smash 2 men in one night. Man, Reigns sure loves smashing men repeatedly, while getting head at the table. So Charlotte skinned a zebra for her outfit, and we get another New Day, or we're getting New Day and Aaliyah backstage. And then Kayla's talking to the New Day about the Usos. And we're getting that match number 10,000. Will it be good? Sure. Do I want to see it again? Not really. Charlotte cuts another boring, monotonous, samey, boring, fucking, stupid, boring, bland, boring, robotic, boring. Did I mention boring promo? Knocking Tony. 1 + 1 = 2. Congratulations, Charlotte. You can do basic math. More than WWE Creative can do. Then Tony comes out and has to comically stand there with the 2nd most drippingest Aussie pie that I have seen on the internet. Don't ask me about the first. And she pies Charlotte. They're fighting over pies. Charlotte, for every bit that I don't care about seeing her on television, is a fantastic wrestler and very good in the ring. And has had some very good matches this year and in years past. And now you have Tony, who's tremendous in the ring. Got to see her in an indie show about almost 3.5 years ago. She's fucking great. She's gotten even better. She's fantastic in the ring. Let's have them feud over who pie faces the other. That's good fucking television. Again, I really hope that Vince McMahon and co. end up in a goddamn catatonic state permanently. Maybe somebody proper could run the company. I don't mean not Tony Khan. So anyway, we get a Ricochet video package. I give it 2 weeks before they give up on him. Why you so bald? So Cesaro took on Sheamus with Ridge, and that was where the line Sheamus' head getting beat off of our table. Sheamus getting beat off, fella. While Ridge's thick, bulging club is staring us down. Match wasn't bad. It was a little shorter than I expected. Bro kick, 1, 2, 3. There you go. And then Sami makes his entrance. I jokingly said at the time this happened, I said, watch them, watch by the time we get done with the entrances, we have 10 minutes left. We didn't even have that. We had less than 10 minutes because Sonya was talking to Naomi. Naomi wants a match with her, and Sonya says, sure, but until I put my gear on, I'm your boss. And then she slaps her and says, you touch me, you can't, it's like, I'll fire you. Well, actually, she said that, and then she slapped her. But then she says, yeah, it's like, oh, yeah, you'll get the match. You'll get the match next week. We're going to get another swerve here. They're going to stretch this motherfucker out till at least day 1. Jeff versus Corbin next week. I honestly hope the ratings tank so goddamn bad that Fox decides to revisit the contract. Because Corbin is freaking ratings death. If you like Corbin, fine. Sami kills more time. And, pumps up Bork. Here comes Bork. And Zayn says, well, you'll have an easier time beating me than you would Roman Reigns because you haven't had the best track record. Good job, Sami. You might actually had Bork in your corner, but nope. Bork hits a bunch of suplexes. And then hits 2 F5s and says, you got this, kid. Props him in the corner. 8 minutes left with an ad break. Roman makes his entrance. 4 minutes. Usos prop Zayn up in the corner. And then we go, boom. 1 spear. Choke out. There we go. That's it. That's the end of the show. Goodbye, everybody. That's it. That's all. That's all, folks. Anyway, I'm John Retland. I'll see you soon.